What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today, voice cracking. Today we got a video with CJ So Cool. I was really debating if I was gonna react to this video, bro, because it is 56 minutes long. So you already know we about to be skipping through this video. Who is going to be watching this video all the way through? Not me, especially when he rambles a lot. But I see the intro was changed. Pretty sure D-Lo probably did that. And I hope for God he's not singing, because bro cannot sing, bro. Bro cannot sing, bro. I skipped some of it because I
What's
already
happening with
knew.
Black and Cool Kids? It's your boy, Citizen Gold, and by the title, you can tell I'm not doing good, man. But I'm been staying so positive, and I've been having so
What?
many.
Bro, we need 44 seconds in because the intro was long. We're like 10 seconds into the video. If that, 5 seconds into the video. And bro is already lying. He said he's been staying so positive. What about positivity is going on Instagram and calling the mother of your 2 children the B word, remixing a song, calling her the B word. You get what I'm saying? That's not positive. Throwing shots at her with Nike, that's not positive. Flying Nike out, that's not positive. Making little jabs on on YouTube, that's not positive. Like, where has this man been positive about this situation? He's been trolling, he's been gaslighting, he's been manipulating. There's nothing about, hey, yo, let me just
Many
scroll.
people around me that, of course, it's kind of hard to think about the fact that my twins ain't here and
I got my
they
grandma
are
robe
gone
on,
and all
cold.
that. But now I've been so lonely after Kamari left and Nike left and D-Lo back at home.
He cannot be by himself. It's like he's allergic to being by himself. I don't understand why it's so hard for bro to just be by himself, take time to himself. He acts like he has to be around somebody 24/7. Like, bro is 33 years old and still can't spend a day alone. I don't understand
Home with Kennedy.
it.
It's like, bruh, it just dawned on me that the twins ain't been here and they ain't been on my phone and they ain't been around for 10 days. And Leon ain't trained in 10 days. And, you know, a lot of stuff hurts. So I just felt like it was time to give myself some therapy. And you already know what that means.
The band had
Pick
therapy.
up the camera and talk, man.
Hey, yo, you think therapy is coming online and just talking, bro? You need to go to actual therapy where you can sit in front of a licensed therapist and talk to her about your childhood, because the way he is as an adult is very, very dependent on his childhood and the way he was brought up, his upbringing. He needs to talk to a licensed therapist about his upbringing, his childhood, his trauma, all of that, so he can actually become a better person. Because talking to little kids on the internet and grown men who validate what you say because they ain't shit either, that's not therapy. You're just looking for yes men. You get what I'm saying? He goes through the comments, likes the comments that people are saying good things about him, co-signing what he's saying, and ignore the ones where people are telling him like, bro, you're wrong. He don't even like debate with them or ask him why do they think he's wrong. Nah, he just ignores the comments. You need some real therapy, bro.
And this time, I guess we're going to start a new playlist. We're going to call this Couch Time with CJ.
Nobody wants to see that.
Name, but I don't know, man. I just need to sit
Besides
down
children.
and reflect on the things that I realized that I need the most. I already knew I needed my twins in my life, but you know, sometimes when you're living in the moment and the twins are around and everything, they messing up everything and they just being little.
So what he's saying is he didn't really appreciate when his family was around. And he's only seeing the twins because those are only biologically his. And everybody knows he likes Leon more than the other 2 girls. So just throwing that out there. But what he's saying is he took it for granted, them being around and what noise they was making, the mess they was making, and now he misses them. But how do y'all like, how often do y'all think he was involved with the twins? Like, how much do y'all really think he put in with the twins versus being out and about eating, like, what is it? He had gold steak, eating gold steak all the time and dancing with like dancers and shit. Like, how often y'all think he actually spent time with his kids versus going out and trying to flex on everybody?
Kids, you know, not having a care in the world, which is fine, which is what all kids do. which is what all kids should do, with a little structure, of course. But
I know I keep pausing, but I really just can't stand this dude anymore, bro. Like, they're not even kids. They're toddlers. They're toddlers. They can barely talk. They barely can fucking run without almost tripping over their feet. They're toddlers. Toddlers, you can't talk and treat a toddler like a kid and like a child, because children are usually older. You feel me? You're usually children are older. Kids are usually older. Toddlers are babies still. They just came from the baby stage. They're learning everything. Their brains are like fucking expanding. Like, you can't treat them the same way you're treating a kid or expect the same thing from them because they're toddlers. They just finished being a baby. They're still in fucking pull-ups.
it's like, man, I miss them messing up everything, and everything just so clean all the time now. I even made things way more cleaner. Like, hold on real quick. I
I don't
don't
want to
think I
see
got
this.
this in the video since I changed it. As you
I
can
don't
see,
think nobody
that didn't
cares.
go good. But the twins, whenever they could see me without a call coming through, they were so excited. When I first got on the phone and they could see Dad and CJ and they could see me, Dad did something I ain't used to seeing her do, because she ain't never really been away from me that long, especially this year. Last year she was one. I don't think they really understood what was going on or nothing like that. But now they two. They still don't understand what's going on, but they understand they haven't seen me and they need me and they love me. I'm not gonna say who they love the most or who they need the most, none of that, but y'all can be the judge. That's up.
So this man is really, once again, he's not being positive. He's really sitting right here trying to convince people without actually using the words that the kids need him more than they need royalty. But if I remember, royalty's a stay-at-home mom. Royalty's always at the house. She's always the one cooking. And from what I see in the blogs when I used to watch them, she was always the one cleaning. Now, does he do things here and there? Yeah. But he's not like this outstanding person that he claims to be, like cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids. Usually he's out and about, and royalties with the kids, royalties mom is with the kids. So what is he doing right here? He's gaslighting once again. No, bro.
Up to y'all. I just know my kids, and I know the way I am with my kids, and they love me so much, right? And when the phone got answered and Dad looked at it, she was like, "Daddy, Daddy, come here, Daddy." I never even heard her say nothing like "come here." So that's a new word that she must have learned.
So she learned "come here" and how to use it in a sentence in 10 days. Not only to mention, she learned how to say "come here, daddy" in 10 days. And you're saying that this is because they haven't been around you and they miss you so much that they're learning new words. That sounds stupid as fuck.
And she wanted me to know that she wanted me to come get her as best as she could say it. If she could talk better, she would say, "Dad, where the heck you been at? Come get me, man. I miss you." But that's what I got out of that. And I ain't cry on the phone, but it made me want to cry, And then I got CJ over there waving so hard, he about to break his wrist. He just keeps screaming, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy."
That's because children, babies, toddlers, kids, all of the above, like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really know your parents outside of mommy and daddy until you get older. When you get older, you get out of that, like, mommy, daddy's my hero mindset, because mommy and daddy feed you. Mommy and daddy put clothes on your back. Mommy and daddy change your doodle diapers. You know what I'm saying? Mommy and daddy help you brush your teeth. So, like, your parents are your heroes growing up if you were raised right, right? Your parents are your heroes growing up. And then when you get older and you're old enough to understand things, and you can look back at the internet because of this new era. You feel me? I can't look nothing up on the internet from when my parents were younger. But you know what I'm saying? It's a new era, new time. So they can look back on the internet and see everything daddy has been doing to mommy. Everything daddy's been saying about my brothers and sisters. Everything daddy has been doing. Like, they can see all of that. So, like, what is bro talking about right now?
Daddy, hey Daddy, hi Daddy. And it's just so crazy, man, to see them do that. And it was just like,
Of course you're their
it was
hero. You're
messed up.
their kids.
It's really
They're
messed up because y'all
babies.
know they
They're
ain't grandma house
toddlers.
right now. And grandma house ain't really built for a lot of people. It's for grandma. That's her personal.
And he's shitting on the mother once again. Like, bro, you're not even staying in that house long term. Apparently he's getting a new house. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And Royalty, in her video, she said she was getting a house. So why is he worried about how many rooms grandma has or this, that, and the third? Like royalty doesn't have enough money to get a house of her own. And if he watched her video, which is clear he didn't watch her video. I mean, I wouldn't either if I was beefing with somebody on the internet. I wouldn't watch their video, but he didn't watch her video, so obviously he doesn't know that she said on the first, which is today, when I recorded this, y'all gonna see it tomorrow. On the first, she said that she was getting a crib. So, I mean, what's
Oh
up?
man, so they up in there waiting to get their new house, and when they get their new house, royalty told me I can come see them, which is a
Or he
great
does know
feeling.
that.
It's a great
So if he know that, what's the point of bringing up the grandma, bro? If you know they're getting a new house and you know they're moving into a house, what is the point of you talking about the grandma's house isn't made for a bunch of people? It doesn't matter. Like you grew up in the hood, you should know that pallets are a thing, air mattresses are a thing. What does it matter? As long as they're in a safe environment, like safe from like storms and shit, it shouldn't matter. As long as they can eat food and have fun, it shouldn't matter. As long as they're cared for, it shouldn't matter how many rooms is in the house. Especially when they're waiting for a house. I don't get that.
great thing. So, props to royalty for being mature about the situation and letting me know ahead of time, like, look, you can come see the twins whenever you want when we move. But right now you gotta deal with it. We over here, you can't come over here, just wait.
Facts.
And I'm waiting,
Yeah.
I was just like, man, I gotta pick up the camera, bro. Cause I know I'm not tired because I always have energy, no matter what. I work out, I box, I
What does
go
this
to
gotta
Indiana
do with
Vets. I do so
anything?
much stuff without getting go out right now. I'm sad. Of course, when Kamari was here, I was filled with joy because not only is that what you guys want to see, but that's what she want. She want to be with me and only me too. So it was just a good thing for the whole universe, I should say. The YouTube was happy, I was happy, Kamari.
So the YouTube's happy. He's happy. Kamari's happy. Kamari's mom is happy, but guess who's unhappy? Royalty's unhappy. Royalty's kids are unhappy. The twins don't understand anything because they're toddlers, so they're confused probably. So it's like it seems like the only people that's benefiting from this is him and the people on his side. Royalty's not benefiting from this besides being free. She still has to deal with him talking crazy about her on the internet. She still has to deal with people blowing up her phone. He doesn't have to deal with that. She has to deal with 5 kids. He doesn't have to deal with any of that. And I know that's by choice, but why would she want her kids around him when he's flying people out to the house that they share together? I don't understand that. Like his logic is misconstrued.
Kamari was happy. I can't even say that royalty wasn't happy. I believe that deep down inside, even royalty get happy when she see that I'm bonding with Kamari and we're spending that one-on-one
I
time
don't think she
together.
give a
So
fuck.
I think that was just a good experience. And a
I
lot
don't
of
think she
y'all
care.
telling me to get with Nike and we look good together and y'all think
Y'all
I'm more
don't.
happier with her. And I
It's
don't really
cap.
never say too much about it, but I'm gonna use this video to address that. Nike, she moved on, I moved on. We got a lot of love for each other. That's the mother of my first child, and that's one of my friends. She's like my best friend now. She texted me today and asked me how I was doing. That's what I need in people. Like I don't need people using me or spreading negativity in my life or trying to bring.
So are we forgetting the videos that Nike and Kamari made about CJ? Are we forgetting just what a week ago Kamari posted on TikTok that he was lying again and being a liar? Are we forgetting all of this? Is he so dumb that he's not noticing that the only reason that Nike is there is because royalty isn't and she can live her life for a little bit? Is he not connecting the dots that he's being used by Nike? Didn't he send Nike pictures and ask Nike to send him pictures and then he would pay her for them? Like, are we forgetting all of this? It's on the internet. Look it up. Anybody can see it. He picks and chooses what he wants to see out of people. But there was a woman that was there when you were constantly cheating on her, constantly going to the internet talking about her, and she was still there. But for some reason, Nike is the good person in this. It doesn't make sense.
Me down all the time. I need people that's gonna check on me, on my mental health, not on my physical health, because of course I'm healthy, I work out, I'm good.
Oh
But
my God.
if you're checking on me mentally wise, I appreciate it. It's just that's the part that hurts. So even if you got somebody to check on you, like how you doing, and you say I'm good, that means you're not good. And that's me. I looking at every
That doesn't mean you're not good. If someone says I'm good, it could mean they're not good, but it doesn't automatically mean they're not good.
Text messages every time somebody say, "How you doing?" You know, I don't know. The universe is crazy, so I don't like looking at people. Right? I look at people from like their feet. I look at people's shoes. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but if I see you standing there, I'm not saying that you're invisible to me. I can see you, but I don't look at you in your face and none of that, right? So I'm pulling up and I see two people standing outside the place I'm going to. I don't think nothing of it. It's just two people talking, right? I get out the car, I'm looking down, because like I said, I don't look at people. Especially if I see a dude or a girl, I'm not finna be disrespectful, look at the dude, girl, so I'm just looking down.
So, bro telling me he walked down like this 24/7. I'm Mr. CJ So Cool. I wear all my jewelry when I go places. I wear expensive watches and sunglasses when I go places. And instead of me walking like the confident man I am, I'm looking down because I am embarrassed. Like that doesn't make sense, bro. Bro just keep lying. He don't never be looking down unless he's doing a fit check. You get what I'm saying? He's always head up high, head on the swivel. He's always showing off. So why is he lying right now?
Down, right? And I hear Royalty Mama voice say my name. So I look up, it's Royalty Mama. I'm like, what the freak? Thank God I ain't on no date or nothing, or bringing no chick around. But Royalty Mama was out there talking to somebody, and she gave me a hug, and she told the dude, this is my son-in-law. And I'm just like, dang. So I made sure I was like, yeah, but you hate me though. You know, I said that, she laughed, and I went in the restaurant. I ain't even stick around to say nothing else. But that was just crazy how the universe is. And the fact that I never look at people and I literally roll right past and didn't know every day and see that he don't think like me and we both men, it let me know everybody don't think like me, but it's a lot of people that do think like me. She was out here just enjoying her life. And sometimes you have kids, her grandma, she lived in Vegas. So I'm here now and I'm like, wow, like this is not a place you want to have your family. That's probably why my mom didn't think it was a good idea to bring us out here. She was out here just enjoying her life. And sometimes you have kids and you're not ready for that. Sometimes you're not to the point where you're ready to settle down and be in the house all day and just be doing homework and doing all that. But look, that was me. I was doing that. I was taking kids to activities and, you know, being in their life 24/7, not leaving, not being a negative person or doing what I wanted to do. I never was doing what I wanted to do until Royalty crashed the car. When she crashed the car, and you know, y'all know the story, and she wasn't really apologetic about it, I just took it into my own hands to do what I wanted to do. I felt like when I watched that video and saw her crash, I felt like that was something she wanted to do. So I just was like, man, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. You hurt my feelings by crashing the car, breaking the gate, making me pay for it, so I'm gonna get you back, you know.
Is the YouTube channel not based off him, Royalty, and all of the kids? Is this not a family channel? It's a family channel, but it says CJ So Cool. It doesn't say the So Cool family. It says CJ So Cool. This is a family channel, but he doesn't include his family in it as far as in the title. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have them. Let me see. Hold on. I don't think he has them on the backdrop either. It's the picture of him. I'm actually about to look this up because I was about to react to her video, but fuck it. Let's look at this real quick. Look at this shit. All right, bro. Let's just look at this real quick. It says CJ So Cool. There's nothing here that says So Cool Family, Wolfpack, and Cool Kid. Nothing, bro. Literally, it just says CJ So Cool. But what I'm getting at, let me just speed up. What I'm getting at is the family helped him make money on this channel, which means the family is entitled to the money on this channel. So that being said, the money that he makes on this channel is theirs. So he's not the only one paying for the gate. They're all paying for the gate. God damn it.
You know what I'm saying?
I could have said that faster.
I get it back in blood. I really do get it back in blood. So that's just something I got to work on, and that's what I'm trying to work on right now. I'm trying to understand who I am, why I'm like this.
He wasn't trying to understand shit. Alright? I'm plugging in my computer. Bro wasn't trying to understand shit. Now he's trying to understand things, and now he's trying to learn about himself after he done did his bullshit and flew Kamari's mom out once again. If he was really, really serious about becoming a better person, A, he would have never did that, and B, it wouldn't have took him this many days to come up here and say this. You know what I'm saying? Now that the fun's over and he has nobody on his channel anymore, I'm guessing that Nike had to get back to her baby that she left at home. It's like now he needs something to keep the views going. So let's
And
talk
how I
about
was
this
able to
situation
control
again.
myself for so many years and not let the real me out.
The real you is a piece of shit, but you show it on the internet daily. You show it on the internet daily. The videos that you make, parts of Cordero comes out. CJ So Cool is not always front and center. Cordero comes out when he's mad. Cordero comes out when things don't go his way. Cordero comes out when people upset him. That's when he comes out, and we've seen it throughout the years. People have just chose to ignore it. So have I. I chose to ignore it for many years. I still thought CJ So Cool was the GOAT. Like, bro, he is like the best guy ever. He's got all these shoes. He's got all this drip. He's a family man. He's taking care of kids that's not even his. Like, I was all for it. But when you get older and you're not a kid anymore and you're actually mature, you're mature enough to see that bro puts on a facade every time he picks his camera up.
So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at this point in my life where I'm meeting a lot of people, and people are telling me everything I want to hear and everything I've always wanted to hear. Like I've never known that I was this person. You know, I've always thought it, especially when I was younger, but I thought I outgrew it and had the kids and became this. You know, I don't know what to call it because a lot of y'all dads watching right now. I don't want to disrespect y'all, but I felt like I was one of y'all dads that didn't have the juice no more. You know, and that's not a good feeling when you're 30 years old. You know, so
Bro, when you're a 33-year-old man, your focus should be if you have kids, your kids, taking care of your kids. Of course, doing stuff that you like to do because you know life doesn't revolve around your kids. But since you have those kids, it is your responsibility as a parent to take care of them. That means helping them with homework. That means buying them school clothes. That means making sure they have necessities, cooking them food, teaching them the right things. That is your responsibility as a parent. You cannot pick and choose when you want to be a parent. A parent is a 24/7 job, 7 days a week. It never fails. You're a parent for the rest of your life. If your kid's 18 and gets jammed up, you're still a parent. People love to say, oh, they're grown now. But you brought this life into the world. You don't have to baby him and coddle him. But it's your duty as a parent to help them and to teach them the right way. Like, he should know this. He's 33 years old. He's not a kid.
you don't want to be acting like you a granddaddy when you 30. I hate to say that, but being a real family man is almost like being Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill Cosby was a real old person when I was watching him on the show. So of course I expected him to be more mature about his life and his family and not.
At 33 years old, you should be mature, especially when you have kids who's watching your everyday moves and looking up to you. You should be a great example by the time you're 33 years old. And if you're not, then you need growing up to do. And that's just facts. That is just facts. You can still have fun when you're 33 because that's not old. You get what I'm saying? My dad pushing 50. He still take care of his kids. He still have fun. He was taking care of his kids when he was 30. He was taking care of his kids when he was 25. Because that's what a father does. A father takes care of their children, teaches their children the right way, and doesn't string them along, doesn't use them for views or clickbait, doesn't talk crazy to them on camera. Like that's what a parent does, and that's what a father does. He's bugging right now. And I'm pausing a lot because this nigga tripping.
I be caring about the girls, and realistically in real life we see what happened. Bill Cosby had all the girls, so even being an old man don't change most of these people out here. So I just feel like some of y'all didn't know. I would have seen Royalty's mom. Like I said, I don't really look at people, but that's because she was with a man. If it's just a girl about her, because once you unlock the true potential, it's everything is unlimited. Like you know the I want to do because I only did one thing for 9 years. That's been with my family. So
That's a lie. He has cheated. He has embarrassed his family on several occasions. Are we forgetting about the laxative prank, bro? Do y'all remember the laxative prank? Where bro put laxative in their ice cream or some shit like that, and they was crying and shitting their guts out. And then they came back a while later and was like, it was a prank on us, and he didn't really give them laxatives, and they're great actors. But in that video, those kids look really hurt. And then social services came in, and the channel got taken down for a while. Y'all remember all that?
I kept messing that up and messing that up, messing that up. And yeah, I'm gonna take full credibility. I wasn't cheating like, she made it seem.
I'm gonna take full credibility, but I wasn't doing this, that, and the third. You were. There's proof. There's been proof for years. There's nudes leaked from years ago and recently up from a couple weeks ago. So why is he making it seem like he's not a cheater? He just said in the video he made the other day that he's a cheater. And now he's saying I wasn't cheating the way she said I was. The way she's making it seem like I'm just this horrible cheater. I'm not. I'm not. But the proof is in the pudding, bro. He's just the thing is he's from a town that doesn't have much. I'm from a town that doesn't have much too. But he's from a town that doesn't have much. He has a small town mentality. And he had got famous too fast. He had got so much money so fast and it went to his head. And because he had things that he's never seen or even imagined probably having in life, now those things are real. He actually has them. They're obtainable to him. So he don't know how to fuck that. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. That's why Nike's the way she is. She's from that same small town. Small town mentality is a real thing, bro. It's a real thing. And if people just acknowledge their mistakes and own it, you get way more respect because he's not owning anything.
I don't even want to say like she made it seem. I wasn't cheating often. I wasn't really cheating at all. A lot of the stuff I did was social media. You know, girls DM me, I fall for the trap, DM them back.
Girls DM you. You fall for the trap. You DM them back. You ask for news. And then you send news. You send them money. That's cheating. Like anything that you do that's intimate, sexual, any of that with someone other than your spouse is cheating. If you kiss somebody else, you're cheating. I don't understand why people's definition of cheating is so misconstrued. Anything you're doing like that is considered cheating. Conversations, emotional cheating. Like, am I tripping? Like, I went to school for this shit. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. So let me try and tell me I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about.
They screenshot it, send it to her, stuff like that. That's not really cheating. That's me
cheating.
getting bribed and blackmailed.
It's not a blackmail if you like. Oh, okay, all right. So here's an analogy for you guys. If a cop pulls me over, right, and I tell the cop, "Hey, bro, I give you $1,000 right now if you don't write me a ticket because I can't get any more tickets." And the cop accepts the bribe. He accepted it. So then I'd be like, hey, since you accepted the bribe, I got you on camera. And if you ever give me a ticket ever again, or if any of your buddies give me a ticket ever again, I'm going to go to your boss. Boom. That's the blackmail, right? Now I got him by the tail. But because of the decisions that he made, now he's in this big old predicament that he didn't have to be in if he actually did his job and didn't accept the bribe. He's making it seem like the girls that's extorting him, because it's extortion, the girls that's extorting him is doing it without cause. But in reality, he gave them all the ammo they needed to do these things to him. So it's his fault. It's nobody else's fault but yours. The girls want to come up, and they gotta come up off your dumb ass. It's that simple.
If a fine lady approach me and write me, I'm gonna write her back because I'm not, you know what I'm saying, what I'm supposed to be like, ew.
You're in a relationship. You're supposed to ignore it. You don't have to say ew a girl or ew whatever the fuck he was about to say. All you gotta do is ignore it because you're in a relationship and you have kids. You're Chris Sells. You're the older version of Chris Sells.
A lady wrote me, I'm not like that. So
you ignore it
all the
or say
stuff that
thank
she
you.
made it seem
Keep
like
it
was
going.
happening wasn't really happening.
Bruh.
I wasn't flying nobody out. Like
I'm
she
about
was
to
so
spill it.
pure. I don't know if it's because she was 19 going on 20 and she hadn't been a lot of places with a lot of different men, and I don't know what it was about it.
Oh, this
I
video is
liked.
entirely too long. I'm gonna just skip
Because
right
you know what,
here.
when you don't do it on camera, they say you don't do it. Oh, you're not a community person. You don't help the community. So, you know, I'm gonna get back to doing.
It's just business card. It's like a business card.
But
Like,
you got.
oh, freaky no. Oh, hecky no.
Oh, freak no.
All right, I know I'm everywhere, y'all. I'm sorry.
Like back then, everybody was raised traditionally. It wasn't no random stuff like internet raising our kids and all that. Nah, you was getting your butt toe up. There wasn't no such thing as go sit in the corner or I'm gonna take your phone. It was come on here and sit your butt on the edge of this couch and get toe up with no clothes on.
And that doesn't mean it's right. I'm pretty sure that's happened to a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people still discipline their children that way. It's really up to the parents how they decide to discipline their children, but they also have to understand that there are consequences to their decisions. If they decide to whoop their kid on the couch butt naked and the kid goes back to school and say something, they can get in trouble because they made the decision to discipline that kid that way. So by law, it's called abuse. So then social services would get involved. Like it's something that's just more popular now than it was back then. So it's like just because that's the way you grew up, that doesn't mean that's how you have to do the same thing to your kids. Is basically what I'm saying. Like if you didn't like it growing up, I feel like you shouldn't do it to your kids growing up. If you got beat and you didn't like getting beat, don't beat your kids. Because you know how it feels to get beat, and you see the toll it takes on a person's mental sometimes when they do get beat. So it's like you don't have to follow in that same footstep just because that's how you were raised. Like I said, he needs to talk to a therapist about his upbringing and actually figure out what's wrong with him because it stems from his childhood.
In front of your friends. It was get towed up right off the bus where your friends could be walking down the street and hear you screaming through the front door
It's
like that. That
different
was how we
times,
grew up.
bro.
So that's why the big thing with them moving out had to do with the house being always messed up and me working out. And it's a fly right here, Champagne. You didn't let him in. Hold on, man. Y'all know I hate these freaking flies, man. Be right there. You see that? I know I'm gonna miss them, but I gotta try.
I don't care.
Always be positive. It's gotta be real. You know, we need them to tell us real things because I didn't have a father to tell me this stuff. So how I'm supposed to know? I'm just going through the motions. So Champagne, you gotta go pee, man. You've been in here for 2 hours. I don't know what you done did while I wasn't in here. Come on, let's go. It's hair everywhere. Look at all that hair. Look at all that freaking hair. Come on, let's go outside. Sun going down anyway, man. It's my fault. And as men, we have to own up to, everything. We have to. We the man. We got to take the fall. So it's all.
Just because you're a man doesn't mean you have to take the fall. It's fucking stupid, bro. Yes, you have to own up to your choices. You have to own up to the things that you do. Everybody. It's not just men. Women have to do the same. Everybody should be accountable for their actions. That's just that. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You should be accountable.
My fault. It ain't because of the car or the gate or all that. It's because of me not being man enough to keep it 100 up front and tell her like, look, this is how I want to live. And if this ain't how you want to live, then maybe we not for each other. And we could have came to a conclusion where we could have actually been friends, which I know is going to happen eventually. We're going to be friends and we're going to be co-parents.
I hope for God royalty is never his friend. And I know that sounds immature, but after all the things that he put her through, you don't have to be friends. Should you have a healthy co-parenting relationship? Of course. Of course, you should always have a healthy co-parenting relationship, but that does not mean you have to be friends with your ex. It does not mean that.
Parenting and coexist with each other without confrontation or without internet battles and all that. Because really, I mean, as you guys can see, I'm not dissing them. I don't want to diss them because it always lives on the internet. And I know when they grow up, they're going to be watching it like, oh, this is how you used to talk about us. That's crazy. So I know I should never did that, but that was last year. I can't really dwell on the past. But as far as now, I'm not going to continue to do that because that's not cool. And, I'm setting the example for not only my kids and her kids, but all the other kids that's watching me. So I want everybody to know that, yeah, you can have kids with somebody that maybe you used to be in love with and you still love them, but you grew apart and you can coexist with each other and co-parent without confrontation. I want to be that example. I know I'm not going to be
the thing is, when he met royalty, he wasn't on YouTube. When he met royalty, he wasn't this famous guy, this household name. He wasn't any of that. And when he met royalty, he thought she was the most beautiful thing he's ever saw. So he had to bag that. But now, 9 years later, there's a lot more opportunity out here. He's famous now. People DM him. He sees girls on Instagram, girls he's probably never seen before, probably races and ethnicities he's never seen before. So he sees that and he thinks the grass is greener on the other side. But what he doesn't realize is that these girls that are famous, a lot of them don't want anything from him but money and attention. It's like when you have somebody that you came up from the bottom with, you'll appreciate them a lot more because they were there with you during the struggle. I don't see why he doesn't appreciate her for being there during the struggle or for being there during his mess ups, his constant mess ups. Because it's not a mistake at this point, it's his choice. He's choosing to do this. A mistake is something that's accidental, something that might happen one time and never happen again. That's a mistake. A choice is when you continue to do the same thing over and over again. You're choosing to do that. It's not a mistake anymore. Like, he's really like throwing his family away for Instagram girls who are doing the same thing with everybody. They're getting money from everybody. They're playing with everybody. And he's falling for the trap. And he's stuck with royalty for a very long time. They have two 2 year olds. So it's not like, they're not going to be around each other. I just feel like he thinks the grass is green on the other side. He moves from one chick to another chick, thinking that chick would be better because she looked better or something like that, which is wild to me. And it's always young girls. Like, it's never people his age. He was messing with a 19-year-old. Like, you're 30 something messing with a 19-year-old. That's
The first
wild.
person to do it, but I mean, it's a lot of people that don't think it's possible to have kids with somebody, separate, and then co-parent
It's
while being friends.
Who the fuck doesn't think that it's possible to get out of a relationship and still co-parent? Who thinks that's not? He said there's a lot of people who think that's not possible. Adults know that that is possible. The friends is a stretch because you don't have to be friends with your exes just because you have a kid with them, especially if there's really bad history like it is here. But he's bugging. There's hella people. My parents had an effective co-parenting relationship. Maybe it wasn't great all the time, but they still co-parented. They were never married. And that goes for a lot of other people whose parents was in their life and they wasn't together. So I don't understand why he's over here trying to make it seem like he's the first one to do this shit.
It's a lot of people that don't even want a girlfriend that's cool with the father of her kids. It's a lot of people that don't want a boyfriend that's cool with the mother of his kids. And that's not how it should be. As a generation, we got to do better, man. We got to do better, and it's the internet, man. Because a lot of you guys think you know everything because of what the internet say. And the internet is only.
It's because of what you say. It's because of what you put out on the internet. People take apart your videos like myself and call out your bullshit. People put other videos together, videos that you made where you were saying one thing and then another video where you're saying a different thing, completely like contradicting yourself. You put this stuff out here for everybody to see and watch. You do. If you didn't put anything on the internet, nobody would know anything. They wouldn't have any tangible evidence that you're a cheater if you didn't cheat. And it wasn't on the internet. Like,
Literally, I ain't gonna lie, the internet is probably 10% of people's lives. Because you got to remember,
the internet is your life. You make your living off the internet. All you do for a living is make videos, flex, and you invest, which is good. Investments are good. But the internet is your life. The internet is not 10% of your life. For you to make money on YouTube, you have to post on the internet. I have a job outside the internet. Right now, the internet is literally 10% of my life. I do it whenever I have time to do it. It's that simple. At some point, the internet will be my life because I would have to upkeep an image and I would have to consistently post and consistently do all of this so that people don't get bored or tired of me. You know what I'm saying? Not tired, but get bored of me, or I'm not consistent enough so they're not watching the videos anymore. To stay relevant, which is what I'm trying to say, to stay relevant, if you're an internet influencer, you have to be on the internet. The internet is your life. Majority of your life anyway.
everything on the internet is going to be the best version of people. They're not going to never
No,
put
it's
in the
not.
parts that suck. They're not going to tell you about their bills and their trials.
If somebody is real and genuine, they will show you everything. And you would hope that the person you're supporting is a good person. If a person's having a bad day and they really mess with their supporters and they're really like, they're real and they're genuine, they'll show you those bad days. I used to watch YouTubers who would show like their bad days and they would talk about their bad days and they'll talk about their good days. Like FuzzyTube, for example, when he was like king of YouTube, he made Dosa Fuzzy, where on Dosa Fuzzy, he would show like the good and the bad. He'll show his lowest of the lows, bro. And then he'll show his highs. He shows how he got to that point, how he got to his low point or how he got to his high point, because he is genuine about what he does and he really cares about his supporters. Then you have CJ, who fakes being a good guy on camera and in reality is a bad dude,
And tribulations and
in my
all their
opinion.
struggles, and they're not gonna tell you that. I mean, maybe in the beginning because they ain't got no choice. That's all they got. But once people make it, they just tend to leave less of the real stuff off the internet and promote more of the, the fairy tale
Some people do that, and those are the people that are not genuine. The genuine people will not do that.
stuff. So a lot of you guys that think you know me and think, oh, you ain't nothing, you just a dog,
You are.
you a deadbeat, all this crazy stuff y'all be saying, right? You're wrong. You don't.
I wouldn't say he's a deadbeat, but he's definitely a dog. Any guy that's in their 30s messing with a 19-year-old is a dog. Like, you're going way below your age there, buddy. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Like, you're probably not old enough to be their father, technically, but that's still weird. You know what I'm saying? And like I've said before, I don't know. I think it was on the Chris Sells video. Somebody asked me in the comments, how can you not like somebody you never met? It's very easy. You don't have to meet people to be influenced by them, to like them or dislike them. There's people who dislike Chris Brown for the stuff that happened with Rihanna back in the day and never met him a day in their lives. There's people that worship Chris Brown, never met him a day in their lives because he's a good dancer, because he shows behind the scenes, because he speaks his truth, because he doesn't silence himself. Like, there's reasons to like and dislike people based upon what they show you. If you show me that you're a shit person, I'm going to think you're a shit person. If you show me you're a good person, I'm going to think you're a good person. It's that simple. You don't have to know somebody to like or dislike them.
Don't know me in real life. You really don't know me, because if you did, you will respect me and you will understand that I'm really a genuine guy,
No, you're
willing to
not.
learn at any given time,
No, you're
willing
not.
to give whatever I have,
No, you're
and
not.
willing to just be there for you.
He's willing to give and all of this, but he clowns people in his videos that don't have drip like him, that's not flashy like him. He be clowning them and then be like, "Oh, I'm just joking." It's not a joke. You're being dead ass. Jokes are funny. Jokes uplift people. Jokes make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? In a good way. It doesn't make somebody laugh out of embarrassment. It doesn't make somebody feel bad about their circumstances. It doesn't do that. Jokes don't do that. That's not a joke. That's you speaking how you feel, reading the room, or realizing, damn, I shouldn't have said that and tried to play it off as a joke.
So I got to do a lot better
You do.
at communicating, and
You
I have to do a
do.
lot better at being truthful with people,
You do.
because
Because you're a liar.
a lot of this came from me not being truthful, me lying, and I love you, baby. Ooh, I'm so in love with you. If I'm not in love with you, then maybe I should tell you that I'm not in love with you anymore. We've been together 9 years. Everything was great. We helped each other. We built each other up to the point where we started separating, and only thing that kept us together was the family and the internet. And
I would say that he's kind of right. I would say that the internet probably was a big reason why they stayed together, and the YouTube channel being the internet, because that's where they had got their income from. You feel me? But I wouldn't say that the fans was keeping them together or the supporters was keeping them together, because there were supporters that were calling them out on their bullshit. And I would also say, bro is bugging.
our career and all that, and that's not healthy, because you can still have a family.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He talking about they booped each other up and then they grew apart. I don't feel like from watching the videos, right? I feel like royalty from the beginning of the channel to now has been in the camera a lot more than she used to be. But CJ, you can clearly see he changed. He used to be, or used to appear to be, a really cool dude. Literally, he did harmless pranks. He was cool. He was buying his shoes, playing 2K. He was a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like he was a real cool dude back in the day. But the more he elevated and elevated and elevated, you can start to see the real him come out, and you can start to see him being a dick. In short words, you can start seeing him being a dick. And I feel like royalty stayed the same. I don't think she changed. I think she's still who she is because she's a grown ass woman and doesn't let stuff like that affect her. But him, it changed him. He's not used to the fame. He's not used to the flashy lifestyle. So when he did get that stuff, he did a complete 180.
You can still have a career while being separated, and that's what we're doing right now. She posting videos, I'm posting videos. We still doing what we got to do to take care of our family, and we coexisting. We don't really talk like that, but I mean,
Why
like
would
I
she
said, I
talk to
got to
you?
talk to the twins, so there's some form of communication. I know I posted me giving her some money. I gave her some more money. I just didn't post it, but like I'm definitely in their life. I'm definitely.
If I was worthy, I'd take that money. I wouldn't say thank you or nothing, because this is well deserved money for me dealing with your BS. That's a payment for you putting me through hell and stress for years. That's what I would do. And there's no reason for y'all to talk. But besides it for you to talk to the kids, that's it. The only thing he should be focused on regarding royalty is those two babies. Those two precious little babies are the only thing that he should be worried about when it comes to royalty. And he's lucky she ain't put his ass up for child support because I would have done that too and took half his money.
Definitely gonna help them any and every chance that I can. Same with Kamari. A lot of you guys be like, you do everything for them other kids, you don't do nothing for Kamari. That's cap too. The only difference with the other kids is they're always here. So I know that
I
it's
believe
getting
that.
put to good use. And I always had this dark cloud over me about Nike and what was being done with the money and all that. So a lot of times I'd be like, man, you put me on child support and you shouldn't did that. And that's true. You know, another thing I can tell you guys, you young parents out there, you young gonna be parents, don't be so quick to go to the court because the court has nothing to do with you, your baby daddy, your kids. It got nothing to do with them. And it doesn't. And they're not there to help you. The court is only in the position they're in because they have their own motives. And
As Cap, as a person whose father paid child support and hearing his horror stories about it, I do believe that if a father is consistently in a child's life and provided for that child, he should not be on child support. There's no reason why your kid's father should be on child support if he's sending money regularly, if he's helping, like pay for schooling stuff, if he's in their life, if y'all live separate and they have their own room, like he's taking care of his kids, so there's no need for him to be on child support. Child support is for absent fathers who want nothing to do with the kid. That's what it's there for. Fathers who are not contributing to the child and the mother has to do all the work, that's what child support is there for. Or vice versa. Because there are cases where the husband or the man gets the kids and the woman doesn't for other reasons. Like that happens too. But if there's a parent that's in their child's life, man or woman, they should not be on child support. But if they're a deadbeat and they're inconsistent, put their ass on child support.
and they know and they realize that they can cipher money out of the man if you go and put them on child support. See, put it like this. My child support is like $1,500 a month, right?
1,500 a month. All that money he making, the only thing he paying is 1,500 a month. Damn.
But I have to pay the state of Indiana like $33 every time I pay the $1,500. So I gotta pay $1,500. That's all it takes to raise a kid. But realistically, my lawyer specifically told me this is her plan, this is her idea, this is something she going through with, and this is on paper. Don't do nothing more than this. Actually, the state requires you to do that because they say that that's all it takes to raise a kid. But realistically, they're just capping. It takes a lot more than $1,500 a month to raise a
That's
kid. Can I
facts.
get a witness?
I mean, that's facts.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
When he right, which is barely, but that's facts. It do take more than that to raise a kid, especially babies.
That's just to go and that's in Nike's defense and in my other ex's defense and both my baby mama's defense. It takes a lot more than $1,500 to raise a kid, especially when they're getting older. You know, like twins, they 2 years old. That's different. So the twins, yeah, $2,000 is way more than enough to buy some Pampers and some baby milk and some clothes. But
I mean, it depends, honestly, because you can go find baby clothes that aren't that expensive, especially if you go to like thrift stores and stuff like that. But the thing is, they're so little and they're so young that they're constantly growing. So you constantly have to buy them more stuff. When a child reaches teen, that's when like either things like they grow fast as hell or they like stop growing. Like for me, I stopped growing when I was like 16 years old in my teens. So I could still fit all my shit from when I was a kid. I just don't have much of it. I mean, when I was a teenager. But like, it really just depends because like baby formula, it's been more expensive than usual. The economy has spiked up a lot. So it's not always like, oh, this is a reasonable amount because sometimes it's not enough and sometimes it is too much depending on, how much money the father makes and the agreement that they had to make for the total amount of the child support. Sometimes fathers and mothers are overpaying in child support and funding the lifestyle of like the other parent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
at the end of the day, the government don't know what's best for you or your family, and they really don't care. So that's never the
Not
solution.
that
Don't run
wrong.
to the government unless you got a deadbeat. Now, a deadbeat is somebody that's dead beat. He ain't there. All right, deadbeat ain't somebody that you don't like and you get an attitude with
I mean, that's
and all
facts.
that. And I know Nike regret putting me on child support, but
No, she don't. Because she put him on child support and she still get money out of him. She don't regret that. Royalty is not royalty, my fault. Nike is smart. Nike knows that she don't really want to be with dude, but he has money And since he has money, she has no problem extorting him for that money. If she get a free flight to Vegas to get balled out, she get to ride in luxury expensive cars for the free. She getting to eat for the free at restaurants she probably never ate at. She's smart. She not dumb. She don't regret shit. She's still gonna get her check. And you still gonna send her money. And the reason you gonna send her money is because y'all are cool. And since y'all are cool, you paying that child support and you paying that extra money to her. And you're just stupid.
You know, she did that, and so sometimes that it gets in my head, and I dwell on that, and then I speak on that. And when Kamari asks me for things, I always exaggerate before I give it to her. One thing y'all don't know about me is when people ask me for stuff, and I think I got this from being raised by my grandparents or whatever. It's because they're close to me, right? Which is understandable, but it's just these comments. You keep reading the comments and you start second guessing yourself. Like, am I a bad person?
You are.
Am I a bad father?
You're,
Should I do more? I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm capable of doing. There's so much stuff I do that ain't even on camera. Because if you put everything on camera, then people think you're only doing this for the camera. Like I used to do the homeless giveaways on camera. I still give stuff to homeless people, but I don't record it because when I record it, you only doing this for the camera. Oh my God, why are you recording them?
People do be saying that, bro. People do be like, oh, you're only doing this for the camera. Sometimes, depending on how far you're going to help a homeless person, you need to record it just in case there's like accusations thrown out there that's not true. You have proof. I saw on one of the shorts that there was this guy who was this guy and his wife was helping a homeless man who was on the street and he was alcoholic. And they, I forgot what they called it, but they let him take shelter in their home and he was helping them get clean. And one of his subscribers or haters or whatever called a welfare check on him and had the police come to his house. Now, him recording it is the reason why they knew about this and was able to troll him like that. But also him recording it, he still has proof that this isn't anything that I did of ill intention or this isn't anything that I did to hurt this person. Like I'm trying to help them. So sometimes pulling out the camera is a good thing. And some people do that only to show like, hey guys, look at me. I'm doing this. You know what I mean?
People, privacy, and all this. So it's like, bro, you can't even promote positivity because once you do that, the comment section come for you. And if you don't read your comment section, you're going to miss out on the love because the fans are in the comment section. The love is in the comment section. You just got a lot of hate in the comment section too. And you know what? The hate, it comes from a good place. Because I don't believe that someone that actually don't like you is going to even waste their time commenting because...
No, they won't. I don't like you and I'm wasting my time commenting because I want to call you out on your BS. So, yeah, I mean, people do comment, like, if they don't like you, like, what the fuck?
Excuse me, because I'm not finna comment on anybody's stuff at all if I don't like them. So...
You don't even comment on the stuff of the people you like, bro.
But that's just me. Some of you are different. I do understand. Some of you are
Yeah, I'm different. I'm different.
Hate or because somebody don't like me or because I
Alright, bro. I feel like this video is long enough. Let me look at how long I've been. Bro, I've been recording for 52 minutes. I'm about to be done. I know I talked a lot, but a lot had to be said. Bro is a manipulator. Bro is a gaslighter. Bro needs help. He needs to go to an actual therapist instead of picking up a camera and talking to the internet. It's literally that simple. It's that simple. But me and my robe will see y'all in the next video.